happy Thursday, everybody. I appreciate you continuing to join me online, and together I'm working with myself and with you. I'm working on a book called God Online, A Mystic's Guide to the Internet. It's by Bruce Epperly. And in today's chapter, I was really struck by these couple of thoughts. One, he says that one of the most pervasive characteristics of contemporary North American life is the belief that we are self-determining individuals who can freely determine what is best and can go it alone without consulting God or our neighbors. We emphasize rights, how we can use our private property, resources, and firearms without regard to our responsibilities to the common good and the well-being of our neighbors and family. Personal freedom, whether in gun ownership, property rights, business practices, or the internet, trumps the well-being of others. This same disregard for the interdependence of life and our impact on others shapes our behavior on social media. We believe that we have the right to say whatever we want to whomever we want on the internet, especially to people we've never met whose opinions differ from our own. Others' feelings have little importance compared to our right to share our own opinions or a post on Facebook page or Twitter stream. Then he further goes on to say, after he talks about how we are connected, how we are all interdependent on one another, how nobody ever truly makes it alone. You may make it to the best of who you are, but other people have also helped you to get there. People who care about you or people who are just connected to you. And when we focus so much on our individual rights without an also appreciation of interdependence on human community, we lose a lot. And we don't see ourselves then as part of the body of Christ, where every person has their own part to play in trying to manifest what God is doing in our collective experience. So each person's life is precious, and we need to pay attention to how we are interrelated, not just what we do with ourselves. Personal piety or personal responsibility without communal responsibility and communal engagement is antithetical to the Christian experience and discipleship. Period. In terms of social media, this would manifest itself in a spirit of genuine hospitality and in looking for God in all the people, the ones we agree with and the ones we don't, the ones who are saying exactly what we want to hear, and the ones who seem to be only put in our path to make sure that we understand the deep meaning of patience and loving our enemies. And he says, imagine that hospitality on social media, angels on Facebook and Twitter. Deep down, if we believe the affirmation, God in all things in God, then we must look for the angelic in the other and seek to bring forth the hidden angels, disguised by the incivility and ranting. Behold, hidden beneath a divisive and condescending post, a child of God dwells. Behold, hidden in a politician's tweet or a derisive social media post, a restless and troubled heart is unconsciously seeking God. As the Quakers assert, there's something of God in everyone. Our calling is to communicate from the Christ within us to the Christ within others. In the intricate interdependence of life, so evidenced in social media, we can choose to greet every person whose post we see with the greeting Namaste, which means I honor the divine in you, or the Christ in me greets the Christ in you. As the better angels of our nature emerge, to quote Abraham Lincoln, we may, in some modest yet meaningful way, coax the better angels of others to come forth. In practicing the presence of God in our interactions and in our postings, we enable our own divinity to burst forth as we discover ourselves to be God's messengers which is the literal meaning of angels, of healing and reconciliation. We are interdependent on one another. We, as messengers of God and the holy, have a beautiful and important, blessed responsibility to care for our neighbors when they agree with us and when they don't. We have a responsibility to model what it means to think about our neighbors first before we just do whatever we're doing. To think about how our life is responsible to theirs and how theirs are responsible to ours. And to try to do so with grace and goodness. As you continue in life today and in social media today and online stuff today or in-person stuff today, we show our care by the words that we use, by the presence that we have, by the way that we engage, by the masks that we wear to protect people from particles that come forth from our mouth. Do all that you can today to honor God by loving God and loving your neighbor as yourself. Peace be with you. Talk to you later.